As students, we're constantly evaluated on the quality of our writing, on essays.
Are we all set, ladies and gentlemen? Here, let's adjust this a little bit. Make it a little higher. Welcome, welcome everyone. I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys all so much for stopping by. Audio hopefully sounds good. Here, let me move the mic. I'm gonna move the mic a little bit closer. I actually have a desk where I can have it closer so things will sound louder and more clear. Thank you guys all so much for stopping by. For those of you that don't know, I'm Eli with Pokémon USA. As far as it goes, I post content Monday, Wednesday, Friday for pre-recorded, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays are when we do our live streams. So shout out to everyone who is here. It's good to be back, finally. It's been so long, it feels. Well, it has been long. It's been probably 10 or, at least 2 weeks almost. So definitely glad to see who's here. TT, John Boy, Travis. Love to see it. Bry Guy, Pat, Pika Pika, Lord Bulbasaur. Info for now. Right on, right on. Let's see what the conversation is. Forbidden Light. The ultimate sadness for those people that are unaware, there was a Forbidden Light drop that was on the site of the Pokemon Center website. It was in stock, and there were some people that were able to check out. However, from what I've seen, there's been no confirmations based on what Pokemon Twitter has said. So, who knows if there's actually going to be some product that is going to show up for people. But at the end of the day, it would be surprising to me if there was. I still attempted just in case, but yeah, a lot of people were having the same issue I was, where I got to check out and then it kept giving an error. So, but let's have a clean stream, Travis says. Heck yeah, everyone. Question is, what's up, Travis and gang? He says. He said, I did see a question. Is Forbidden worth it? Set value seem kind of rough. Well, that's the thing, man, is the ETB is worth 150. So even if you're not talking about like, is the set worth it or not to get the ETB, it's $40 is what you're getting at MSRP. So that's an easy flip. If that's what your goal is. Now, as far as a set goes, it's not a terrible set by any means. I would compare it to the battle styles of the Sun and Moon era. It's got its alternate arts, but it's not, it's pretty underwhelming as a set. Same kind of comparison. You take a look, you've got your Greninja, Lucario, Dialga, a couple of cool rainbows. But pretty much after that, it just gets lackluster. Nothing super exciting, but it's not a bad set by any means. Not a bad set by any means, but that's the same concept I would say with battle styles. It's not a bad set by any means, but it's just lackluster compared to a lot of the other sets. Pika Pika, what are people's thoughts on the direction of the economy? Down. Negative. I mean, sheesh. Let's just take a look and see. I don't know. One of my favorites to look at is Disney. Now, obviously, there's political implications involved in the direction of why Disney has gone down, but, I still love to watch Disney stock. Look at where... Look at where it is on the year. Oh my god, that's such a nasty 5-year. That is such a nasty 5. That literally just a year, 37% down. I mean, obviously daily, it's down almost a percentage point. 5-day, monthly, it's not too shabby. But I mean, we can see Amazon stock on the daily as well. Amazon stock is down a percentage point. 5-day, 3%. I mean, we're talking. It's not been a good week for most good performers. Not a good year either. So direction is not the prettiest if we're just looking stocks. But I also think homes are another one. I actually want to show this to you guys just because it's something I found very interesting. Because of Gilbert, Arizona homes for sale. For those people that are unaware, I live in Gilbert, Arizona. just moved here recently. One of the things I found very interesting, that I found extremely consistent, was there was a lot of listings that had price cuts. I think it was 600,000 was the max range where I saw a decent amount of price cuts. But yeah, let's see if we have do we want to go newest? We'll go newest because you know you're going to see the newest ones are not going to have price cuts. So after we have our newest, we'll see the price cut. So maybe oldest? Is that an option? We'll just go high-low. So, but price cut, 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 price cut. So as you can see, it's about, for every home listed, it's about 50% of them had price cut. And if you want to look at a really fun statistic, so this is a website that tracks statistics on overall housing and tells us the active listings as well as the active price cuts that are going on. So let's look at the price reduction count chart. And this is specifically for the Phoenix, Mesa, Scottsdale area, right? So in about the month of February, you had around 1,200 price cuts. 1,276, so 1,300, I guess. You now have around 13,408. And this is July. We haven't even gotten the numbers on August. Price cuts on homes listed have gone up 1,100%, right? No. Roughly, yeah, I mean, 1,100, roughly 1,000%, right? Then you want to talk about medium days on the market hasn't changed too drastically. It's only been a couple of days it's been added. You know, it's been steady. It's been steadily actually going down, but, you know, potentially could find a bottom here. New listing counts is a fun one, though, for those people that are interested. New listings on the market for the month of June to July, there was a huge spike in new listings of homes recently. So I would say that there has been very interesting statistics, at least in my area, right? And they say the three biggest inflated areas right now are Florida, Texas, and Arizona, because those were the states that had some of the biggest migration counts. Because a lot of people were leaving, you know, Oregon, California, Washington, New York, Chicago, Illinois, specifically. So, yeah, I think that housing market, stock market doesn't look good. A lot of things going on inflation-wise with government policies. Not looking pretty. So how about that MetaZoo? I haven't been following it much, Bulbasaur. Tell us. Spill the tea. What's going on with MetaZoo? As sealed product, it's great pickup, but I'm the type to reduce market quantities. Could get the Forbidden Light ETB, but can't be mad hot the Hidden Fates when it came back. Oh, I would be more than happy to grab either if it came back. Looks like housing market is falling in North America, but I haven't seen much job losses and traveling is still nuts. I think that the reason why traveling is still nuts is you just had a large amount of individuals that were locked up during COVID, and so you're seeing people travel quite a bit these days, just mainly because people have not had the opportunity to travel. And so now that things are back and open, there is almost a hyperinflation of, I don't know if vacations are the right word, but I mean, think about it this way. You had Pokemon and other collectible spaces inflate because everyone was stuck at home and there was no one traveling. Then everyone goes back up and goes back to everyday normal life. Pokemon starts to take a back seat. Now the travel industry is starting to go up again because people are able to go travel again. So I feel like you'll see that kind of die out in the same exact way. Do signing up for emails alert you to drops like that? That's a great question. That's a great question. If Forbidden Lights, ETBs, or MSRP, that's a win big time. Travis, Eli, oh my gosh, I know him. He's so cool. I appreciate it, guys. Look at Baller Eli with all that space. I know, isn't that weird to see all the backspace? No bed in the background, no nothing. I don't know if you guys can see too. I got like a big shelf. I got a big backdrop shelf. So I'm able to, I know it's kind of hard to see because my face is so small, but you're able to see, if you can, just some of my items that I have in my collection. So I love it. I think it's sick. I think it's sick. Shout out to having an IKEA in this town. So many places to shop when you first move here. But yeah, the room setup, it's getting somewhere. It's going, baby. What's up, Pat? Spencer, what's up? New room setup. Let's go, baby. Oh yeah, still getting set up. You see the boxes off to the side, but how's rent in your area? Well, it depends on what specifically you're looking for, and what's considered cheap and expensive. Because compared to where I'm from, it's slightly more affordable. So, for example, where I'm from in Bend, you know, average rent price is around $1,800 to $2,000, right? In my area, it's around $16 to $18, so it's about $200 to $400 cheaper, depending upon where you're looking, right? And then that's for apartments. If you're talking, generally speaking, homes, it's about a couple $100 cheaper a month, nothing crazy. But like, for example, you know, be open about it. We got I think it was $1,800 if I'm correct. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1 office, 2-car garage space. And we're paying about $2,200 a month for that. So it's more or less a 4-bedroom, which, you know, we didn't know that until our realtor showed us on FaceTime, and we're like, sweet, pretty nice. So pretty great location too. It's literally 5 minutes downtown from Gilbert. So $2,200 a month, 5 minutes downtown from Gilbert. You know, more or less, you know, 3.5, 2-bath, and an office space and 2-car. We feel like that's a good price. You know, feel like that's a good price. What do you think about the Pokemon Go pin collection boxes? I mean, I feel like if they're a good price, like if they're below MSRP, they're worth it. But if they're at MSRP, they're not. Kind of my same philosophy right now with the Pokemon Go ETBs. The demand's not there, but prices have dropped down to $40 for them. So it's worth a pickup for that reason. LOL, good point. Could flip into a char UPC. That's the way you got to think about it, baby. Babe Cakes is back, baby. Let's go. Death Angels, how we doing? What did I miss? Nothing much. Just the introductions, ready to get going. How's the new house? It's good. You know, it's got its quirks. We got it figured out. We had a light switch issue in here, and then the fan had a rattling noise, but both those things got fixed. A couple of other issues, but most of it's been fixed now. So pretty great. But I enjoy the house. It's what we were looking for, you know, great location. It's got that, you know, shipping space area for me so that I won't have to keep everything all in one room, because literally it'd be like my room at my house back in Bend. It was record in one room, package product in one room, and it was just a disaster. And especially considering all my product was kept in the garage, it was too much. With my packing room being in the garage now downstairs, because it's right next to it, it's awesome. I just need an AC unit now to set up, because even though it's insulated down in the office room, it's still pretty freaking hot. But it'll be nice because I won't have to go up and down the stairs all the time, and I won't have just a bunch of cluttered boxes in my office anymore in my room. So, and then obviously I've got my own bedroom now, so that's pretty sweet. But pretty snazzy, pretty snazzy. Did you guys see that they have FL and SS-based ETBs on the Pokemon Center website? Yes, we did. We actually talked about that early on, Babe Cakes. But there's been no confirmation for the Forbidden Light ones on people actually getting confirmation emails. I'll be interested to see what that kind of looks like. But it's funny because no one's talking about the Sword and Shield stuff, but everyone's talking about Forbidden Light. Silver Tempest is going to get some hype. Thoughts on the ETBs? It's cool. I mean, Silver Tempest, I'm excited for it. I think that it's going to be, and maybe this is hyperbolic, but I think that it could be either, I'm going to say probably the second best. I doubt it'd overtake Evolving Skies. But all I know is that I did tell you guys this is the week we're going to get Arcadian Ancestra, Incandescent Arcana. We're gonna get the secret rares for that revealed this week. So get excited for that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, more product revealed. Oh, so exciting. No one cares. We're ready for the reveals, man. We're ready for those secret rare reveals. Because the set comes out on Friday in Japan. So, September 2nd, right? Isn't that Friday? Because today's Tuesday, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, today's Tuesday. Yeah, so we should start hearing something either today or tomorrow. So that'll be excited. But yeah, I'm excited for this set. I mean, we're going to get a Lugia. Lugia is going to be huge. My biggest thing, and you got to take everything with a grain of salt in regards to the packaging. Because we know, obviously, Lugia, Regis, Vulpix. More than likely, you're going to get the Rayquaza character rares in this as well. And there's a possibility that you're also going to get a Rayquaza V-Star in this set. And that, I feel, is going to set up for V-Star alternate arts for both. Because now that we have kind of a sneak peek reveal of some of the cards that got leaked for the V-Star alt arts, for those of you that don't know, this was posted on my Friday video last week. But we got a Mewtwo, Suicune, and Leafeon V-Star kind of leaked. Love the pixelated images. So this is just kind of setting up where we're probably going to see the same thing with the Rayquaza and the Lugia. So we're going to get alt arts more than likely for both of those. So Rayquaza V-Star. I don't think they're going to do an alt art V. I think they'll just have a Rainbow VMAX, and then they'll have a Rainbow V-Star. That's what I think is going to happen. It just makes sense, because they've already done an alt art V and a VMAX. So why would they do a Rainbow one, right? What you're going to see is something like this, right? We go to Lost Origin, right? Let's go to the card list for Lost Origin. And what do we know we have so far from the character rares? We know that under the character rare list, we have a Golden Pikachu, and we've VMAX, regular VMAX, V1, right? I think you're going to have something very similar to that. I could be wrong. This is very speculative. You're going to have a Rayquaza, potentially another, just a regular Rayquaza V. And then you're also going to have a Rayquaza V-Star, and then you're going to have the remaining kind of gold, black, and regular character rares. I mean, if you just go and see character rares remaining VMAX Climax, right? So if we just look at the character rares remaining for that, we know that we still have quite a bit left to be revealed, right? We've got the rainbow, we've got the gold that still needs to be revealed. Probably, potentially Duraludon. I gotta assume that the Rayquaza and Duraludon are going to be involved for Silver Tempest, so. But like I said, man, I could be wrong. But it just would line up perfectly for the Lugia as far as the set goes. It just makes sense, But getting excited for Lost Origin, though. In Mesa, a house dropped $25K and sat on the market for 2 months and never sold. Dang, dude. That goes to show ya. Bro, what just happened? Holy views. It just said that I shot up to 50 views from 32, and then it just said I shot back down. What the heck was that all about? What the heck? It's a weird drop. That's a weird drop. I'm bullish on the next two sets. Yeah, I would say so too. They were not sold on FL when I was trying to cash out. I kept getting errors, but it went through. I was only able to get the Sword and Shield. But the time it went through, I was only able to get the Sword and Shield base. Yeah. It's kind of what I'm thinking too, babe. What do you think about the Pokemon Go? Already answered that question. Definitely, yes. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and be subscribed, ladies and gentlemen. You should go to the farmer's market in downtown Gilbert. It's every Saturday. I'll check it out. I wanted to start my own farm, so I'll definitely have to check it out. Shout out to all my Arizonians. I assume that's what you guys are called. Gonna have a pretty cool community down here. What pricing do you think GameStop, Walmart will sell the Charizard UPC for? Well, at my old Walmart in Oregon, they sold the Ultra Premium for $120, so that's MSRP, so I gotta assume the same. With Evolving Skies going back up in price, I don't know when to buy the Moonbreon for my PC now. LOL, any thoughts on the future of Evolving Skies? That's a great question, and honestly, Evolving Skies has been that outlier. And the real question I gotta ask myself is because we know that it was a small reprint, and the set itself doesn't go out of print for another year and a half at least, right? My bet, and I could be off on this, but my bet is we're gonna see massive reprints for Evolving Skies sometime near the end of the year. I could be off, but for those of you that remember, we had reprints near the end of the year leading up to Black Friday of Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage. We had a ton of Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, Celebrations, Battle Styles, Chilling Reign. So we had about 7 sets altogether that just got flushed with print. So for me personally, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something similar to that coming up in the next month or two, because there is very much a correlation of it happening all at once. And we can go to Pokedata and take a look at that. And see what they have. Let's see what they have. McDonald's promos, that's funny that they added that. So if we go sale product, right, and let's just look up booster box. Right. So if we look up booster box for battle styles, for those people that care to know, I gotta pull this off. Gotta pull this off. So if we look at the chart, we obviously saw a drop off from almost 120 around end of October going into November, Black Friday. Prices tanked, right? Son of a gun. Go back to sealed product. Then we go take a look at another one, such as Evolving Skies. Same kind of concept applies. Going back, 172, October, going into November all the way to December, prices kept dumping. Same concept applies for booster box Chilling Reign. Go back to Chilling Reign, take a look at the product. When did it tank? Around that time, then dumped. So, I mean, I can keep going through. I think you guys understand the point, but that's what my predictions are. And I think that's just kind of what we're going to see. It's very common that this happens around the holiday time, that the Pokemon Company likes to do this. I just got my order from Pokemon Center ETB. One of the ETBs were open, but everything was there. Ooh, that's really sus, James. I would message the Pokemon Company about that. I know some people get issues with it. Hey Eli, I was the winner a few weeks back and the packs never showed up in the mail, you think? Let me check the tracking on that, Mr. Redden. I can try and see that on you, because I think you're the only person so far that has messaged me that they haven't received it. Everyone else has still gotten it. So I'll check and see if there was some sort of issue. I know that yours was, to be fair, yours was the last one that I did get to when I first moved, or sorry, I was just finishing up the move. So there might be some delays. If not, I can look into it and I can try and see about getting it fixed, and we can get you your packs. But sorry about that. I'll look into it. I don't know if you have a Discord, but if you want to message me on Discord on that, then we can get to it. Just got my order from the Pokemon Center ETB, and one of the ETBs were open, but everything was in it. Yeah, no, like I said, man, I don't know. I talked about it. Catchin, what's up, my guy? What's up, game? Glad we're back. Seriously, dude, I'm glad to be back too. Didn't end up receiving a code card. What's a good price point for special delivery Charizard? Dude, oh, that's tough, man. I don't know, man. I mean, let's take a look and see what these special delivery Charizards are going for. You know, let's take a look and see what eBay says, because special delivery Charizard. And here's my thing, man. It's like out the gate. So I don't think it's worth overpaying for. 74 bucks. Wow, that's interesting. They're not going for as much as I thought they would be going for. 63, 13, 83, 65, 81, 54. So the price on this is pretty low, which is good to see. You like to see that. Because for those who remember the other special delivery cards, we had the Pikachu, which at one point was going for what, like 300 bucks? Something like that. Alright, let's just go raw. 1 point at its peak. Oh, looks like it's game price. Let's see the TCG player though. Yes, more indicative. Look how the price on that has fallen. So I remember I did sell mine a while ago for like 200 or 300. I was like, I can't say no to that. Didn't even realize I just got in the mail. Didn't even think it was that cool. I was like, oh, that's cool. I got a special delivery Charizard or a Pikachu. Wasn't even my intention to get it. Just happened. Then you've got this special delivery Bidoof. Taking a look at the kind of same thing. Obviously the raw at 1.300. Slowly climbing back up again. And then the TCG player on it. It's kind of been sideways. So very interesting. And then with the Charizard, take a look at the price on that one. That bad boy looks like it's gotten more print. So honestly, man, I mean, the trend is just continuing down on this one, man. So I don't know. It's a great question. I mean, I gotta say that if we're just looking right now, US only special delivery Charizard Pokemon Center code 30-minute delivery, save up to 7%. First off, it's so scummy that we're at a point where people are gonna sell this, but I mean, this is probably your cheapest bet, I gotta imagine. You've got people selling codes for 45 bucks. That's what I see right now, but did anyone see the Forbidden Light ETBs on Pokemon Center? It threw an error when I was trying to check out. Yeah, I got an error too. I did see that, like I said before, a lot of people on Twitter were not able to check out, and the ones that were, they never got a confirmation, so who knows on what that looks like. I saw your order, James, or I saw your message, James. Like I said before, man, I don't know what to tell you on that one. I would talk to support about it. I would talk to support. Don't worry, I'll get your guys' chats. I'll get your guys' chats, so no need to spam. Plus, not to mention, too, we're pretty low on views today. We're only at 37, so I don't expect there to be a ton of chats that I'm just going to constantly having to burn through. It's not like we're pushing 70 to 100 viewers. So everyone should have time to get their questions answered. But just a chill Tuesday back, baby. It's good to be back. Oh, and then one thing I should also mention as well, for those people, you think it was customs? Oh, did you go from a different country? Then yes, it was customs. Of course, that's exactly what it would be, is customs. But for those who are interested as well, for those who are here, I haven't made the video yet. I do plan on making it. But if you didn't already know, we're now accepting bulk submissions. How we did our structure on pricing for bulk, for those of you that don't know, is we took the most competitive prices we could find from our competitors, and we just said we're going to beat them. And so we literally offer the most competitive prices on bulk anywhere online. So if you are interested in submitting your bulk, then check us out on our website. Otherwise, at the moment, PayPal is the only payout method. We're going to expand to in-store credit and a lot of other options. We just have to do it that way because we have limitations with our current website host. So we're gonna change that and make it so that there's gonna be better features. I'm in Canada, but it comes from the US. Yeah, total customs issue then, man. That's exactly what I would say. That sucks though, dude. But yeah, no, like I said, bulk, we offer the best prices possible. And right now, I mean, since we're only capping it at 250,000, the turnaround time should be pretty quick on payouts. We should start the payout process pretty soon. Eli, I think I remember you mentioning that you drove Uber. How's your experience been with it? It was good. It was good. Personally, Travis, I would only drive on days there were surges, because I felt like surges were the best for my town. I could get surges as low as $2 to upwards of $20 surges. And so typically the best time I drove was on weekends. Now I know it's different depending upon where you live. For example, now that I live in a bigger area, Phoenix, there's a lot more opportunity. For example, surges were typically only seen on event days and weekends in Oregon, or Bend specifically, but not here in Arizona. There is surges all at the airport. There is tons of other things that were not available in my local area for opportunity. So I think it really comes down to what your market looks like. So know your market is kind of what I would say to that. Know your market and see if that's a good opportunity. So that's kind of what I'm saying with that. Know your market, but I had a good experience. There was good money in it, 40 to 60, sometimes 80 an hour. But I would say the average was about 45, 50 an hour was the average, which is good. I mean, that's not, of course, including whatever expenses were for gas and mileage and things, but my car is extremely fuel efficient. I drive a TDI, so 50 miles to the gallon helps. What do you think your average turnaround time for bulk submissions right now? Just curious. It's a great question. Probably, well, it depends. Are you talking about from the submission point of when someone drops it off? Because that depends. I guess the question is the receiving point. Because once your product's been received, your turnaround time should be probably a week to 2 weeks, depending upon the order in which we receive it. So, because we basically, with it currently speaking right now, like I said, we've got it's about 250,000 is our cap out. We're sitting at around 150,000 in bulk. So, I would say that we still got about 100K left. So we're not even we're relatively close. We're over halfway to our cap out point, especially for our submissions within a week. So, but with that being said, I mean, the turnaround time for it per the cap out was so that we would have fairly fast turnaround times. Will Pokemon Center still do anything since it might have been customs? That's only something that you could ask them about. I wouldn't know, man. I've never dealt with customs when it comes to buying product from the Pokemon Center website. Yeah, of course, no problem, Jason. All right, yeah, I'm just looking for flexible work right now. My area, Bangor, Maine, probably wouldn't be great, but I think of giving it a shot. I mean, look on Reddit, look on other forums and just see what kind of people's thoughts are. One thing I would also take into consideration is make sure if you do look at forums, it's within the last year or two. If I don't know how many times I've seen forums of people say, 2019, 2018, oh, this sucks, and nowadays it's amazing for specific jobs and so on, because so much changed over COVID. It's definitely worth a shot. Got 2 UPC per order, 1 for 150, 1 for 120. Message your local game store. Shout out to you on that one. Okay, man, appreciate the help. Yeah, of course, no problem. Obviously, I wish it'd be more of help, but I'm not super knowledgeable in this kind of sphere. Not super knowledgeable in regards to custom issues. But as always, guys, make sure to give the video a like. We got, how many likes do we got right now? Come on, guys. We've got only 8 likes, and we've got over 31 people watching. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys driving. I know you guys listening in the background, lurking. You can one-hand like. You can crash and like. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that, obviously. But make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to enter into our weekly giveaways. Are you doing a video on Silver Tempest? What do you mean in regards to that, Travis? Like, am I gonna do a video breakdown on it? I mean, I will when we hear more about it. Scratch'em says, I did my job. Appreciate it, man. Smash that like button, baby. But let's get some views up in here. Let's get some more people popping. I just got back. People should be excited. Don't forget about me. I swear, I'm still here. I still post content. But yeah, no, what was I gonna say? So I do have some exciting news though. So I've been in the process. Obviously, we're now accepting bulk, so that is something that kind of just came out of the spur of the moment. And with that, there is a lot of other exciting news that we're going to be doing. So with the reason why we started accepting is because I created a partnership with some individuals who basically are interested in venturing with me and expanding in the Pokemon space. So with that, it's kind of low-key right now. I'll give you guys more details when we get the exact dates down and everything. But we are currently in the process of signing a lease for a local game store location. So these guys are from Bend, so they're going to run it out of Bend. Obviously, I'm in Arizona right now. So mainly what's going to happen is I'm going to fly down for opening release weeks. And what the future plan is, specifically for Pokemon, is, as you guys are aware, I currently do breaks for Pokemon. Well, we're going to continue to do these breaks. However, they're going to be a little bit different in the near future. We are going to eventually transition to live breaks. So that's something that we've never seen before. Obviously, you've never done before. But basically, how it's going to happen is we're going to have a live stream break, which for those people that, of course, are a part of it in person, like local area, or if you want to come down and check it out, we're more than likely going to make it, hey, you pay like, $3 a pack, $3.50, $4, whatever the pack is, to enter into the break. And then you get to come in, and it's almost like a fun event that happens for opening week. And so it'll be like a bunch of people that are coming in, watching the break happen live, and then also as well, you get to see the live reactions of when big hits happen. And I think that's a really cool experience that a lot of people are going to really enjoy, because when it comes to breaks, although I think breaks are cool because it's a cool experience, you'd love to see the chat go wild, I think it would be a really cool experience to see live person events for that. And so that's something that we are currently in the process of doing with opening a local game store. So I'm super duper stoked to see that. But LGS, let's go. Bellevue is only like 6 hours from there. Really? It's that close? Dang, I didn't realize you're that close to it. But yeah, so we have a ton of other really cool ideas too that we're going to be adding. So many cool things are coming to Pokemon USA, so I'm really excited about it. I've purchased 8 Evolving Skies ETBs for $40 each, but I want 2 cases worth. Do you think if I wait for the next reprint, I get them for under retail? I mean, here's the deal, man. Christopher, in regards to ETBs, I've mentioned this before. I think ETBs tend to have less reprints than booster boxes. I mean, I say I think, but it's just confirmation. You know, I just know that. Just based off of working with LGS, or not LGS, sorry, distro, and so on and so forth. And just history in general has always shown that there's more booster box reprints than ETBs. So to answer your question, you know, obviously I'm not saying to FOMO in at 45, 50. You know, if you can be patient and get your opportunities at 40, I think that's what you should do. And lower than that. But I don't necessarily know if there's going to be another reprint for Evolving Skies ETBs. It's entirely possible, but my kind of expectation with that is very much, I'm not expecting there to be another as it stands right now, and so kind of base it off of that. And so basically how I like to look at it is this. Be patient. If you can get yourself 2 cases under that $40 price point or at that $40 price point, then awesome, great. If you can't, then, you know, hope for a reprint, but there's no point of hopping in at a higher price than you feel comfortable with. And I think that's okay, you know? Sure, you can probably get it for 45, and if you realistically want to, you can shoot for it. But you know, patience is a virtue, as there's always a ton of opportunity in this market. So especially if you're trying to pick up 2 cases worth, I don't know if it's because, you know, from a long-term investment perspective, or if it's just because you want to own 2 cases, just because it's fun to own. But that's what I would say. Do you know if it's confirmed to have alternate art Lugia and Silver Tempest? It's not confirmed, but it's confirmed. It's not confirmed, but it's confirmed. I mean, we know that our specialty set in Japan is going to have alternate art V-Stars, and so Lugia, it's going to have an alternate art. It would be the most astonishing thing if it didn't. Sounds like fun prospect. Good luck with the new adventure. I appreciate that, Kevin. Yeah, I'm excited, man. We've got a lot in store coming in the future. There are some Evolving Skies ETB bundles at Costco recently. If you're a member, check there. Ooh, I will have to check that out. I would love that. Shout out to you on that one, Mr. Jason. I would love to check that out. So, I was unaware of the bundles on that one. So, just got my Costco membership too. Got to take advantage of that. But yeah, we've got a lot of fun and exciting things in the works. In regards to product schedule too, we're going to start putting out a lot of different content relatively soon here. Obviously, I'm still trying to get all settled in and things, but I want to start getting regular, like scheduled on what the content could look like. So it'll be like, you know, Mondays will be certain days for news, Friday will be market updates, and then Wednesday will be something related to that. But I want to really be able to push that. Only $38 for Evolving Skies ETBs and 10s. Dang. Evolving Skies ETB and 10. Interesting. Wow. Well, I'll definitely have to go into my Costco and check it out. So I still need to redeem my membership too. So that'll be a good excuse to do that. But yeah, I mean, that's awesome, dude. That's super sweet. That's super cool. But also another thing as well, we're going to have a UI overhaul on the website, hopefully here within the next month. So that'll also be exciting. We're going to add a lot of new features. Like I said before, obviously in-store credit for bulk submission and then other things. So, because it's just needed a revamp for a while and I just haven't had the opportunity. So I would love to be able to do it. But yeah, going back to it with Evolving Skies, man, like I said, I gotta expect there's gonna be a reprint here. You know, I would be surprised You know, because obviously if you look at the highs, 189, 186, and 180. I mean, it just turned around and went up fast, man. It went up fast. It's been the outlier, man. The product itself has been a huge outlier, to say the least. Sword and Shield Ultra Premium, obviously at 260. Man, that product sold out fast on my site at 210. Was not expecting it to sell. I mean, I shouldn't say I was not expecting it to sell out, but I was like, is that a good price? Hopefully, I feel like it's a fair price, and you guys definitely agreed. So, and I felt like 4 max was the best play. Big moves for Pokemon USA. Yes, sir. I'm excited. We've got a lot in store, but Brilliant Star booster boxes too, man. Look at the prices on these bad boys. They have been slightly climbing. So if you were able to get in at 105, 110 back a while ago, ooh, opportunities. So, but yeah, no, Pokemon, it's in a weird spot, you know. Pokemon is in a very weird spot. We're still waiting for those reprints. I think are going to come this winter. That's just what my prediction is, I would say. But who knows? I could be 100% wrong. But when can we get that BS reprint, right? I mean, we supposedly had one and prices did nothing. I mean, we literally saw a BS reprint. For me, I had a large amount, right? And the price went from 143 to what? I mean, let's look at the 6-month chart. Probably get a better look. 147 to 134. I mean, dropped $10. That's nothing crazy, man. Eli, what's your opinion on Chilling Reign Fusion Strike? Do you also expect reprints for those sets? Yes, I do expect reprints. I can't say I expect it this winter, but I do expect at some point there to be reprints because these sets are all part of the rotational block. So I've talked about this before, Kevin, and it's one of the things that I really preach about is if you ever want to understand if there's a chance of a product being reprinted, look at the rotational block for competitive cards. So, for example, we are currently in the D and E block. So cards have symbols underneath that represent what they kind of are in. So let's click on this Umbreon, for example. As you can see right here, it might be kind of hard to tell. Do a little bit of a zoom in, see if we can get a better picture of it. But as you can see right here, there's an E. So this just represents what kind of competitive rotational block it's in. So with the current meta, we are in D and E. Every new world, or historically speaking, after every new world, about a month after, we go to new rotation. So DE then becomes EF. However, it got postponed till next year. What is in the D category? Everything from Sword and Shield base all the way up until Shining Fates. What is in the E block? The E block is composed of everything from battle styles all the way until present. So that's where it gets really interesting because of twofold. One, because there's an expectation, more than likely, that we're at some point going to get reprints again or more product for battle styles, Chilling Reigns, so on and so forth, because they are part of that E block. So we haven't even seen D go out of rotation, so they're not even next on the chopping block. But also at the same time, since they postponed or prolonged the overall reprint phase because they pushed it back to early next year, and we can talk about this with Pokemon. We can look this up. Pokemon card rotation 2022. And there's no definitive date on this, but it says for the last few years, Pokemon TCG standard format rotation has occurred in either August or September. However, the next rotation will not occur until early 2023. That means the card D with the regulation mark can be used in 2020 for Pokemon TCG World Championships. Crazy to think about that that's how it's going to be. So more than likely, what that kind of tells us is there is still possibilities we get reprints for Darkness Ablaze, Champion's Path, Vivid Voltage, Sword and Shield Base, Rebel Clash. Any of these are still up for grabs on reprints. Now, am I to say that it's likely it's going to happen? Obviously, that's a completely different conversation, especially considering the fact that we do know that the Pokemon Company is more focused on making the cards affordable leading up to Worlds. And of course, I don't know what that looks like after, because this is unprecedented. But I think there is a possibility where you could see a set like, say, Champion's Path, for example, that, you know, it technically did have a reprint and prices on it did go down to $70, but it never really hit that MSRP, kind of like Shining Fates did when it did get its reprint for ETBs. So it's very... and then, of course, Rebel Clash and Sword and Shield Base, they never got their reprints. So it's hard for me to say that I can fully rule it out. But that is talking about those sets. So the fact that we've got about another year and a half before any of the others, Battle Styles, Chilling Reign, Fusion, go out of reprint, I would be stunned if we didn't get at least some form of a reprint, whether it be a small or big one. Because obviously you've had a lot of opportunity to pick up the booster boxes at nice prices. I mean, we go to Advanced Search. Or, sorry, not Advanced Search. Let's just go back to Pokemon. I'm lazy, so we're going to just do this. It's like, there's been a lot of opportunities to pick it up. And there's always going to be opportunities, guys. That's what I always try and teach people. You know, for me, I wanted to... Okay, that's what the issue was. The zoom was in. That's funny. And that's why I try and tell people, because there's been opportunities that I've had to pass up on because it wasn't convenient for me, specifically with the move. Like doubling down and buying a bunch of sealed product on my distributor pages site. As much as I would love to buy it, it just didn't make sense at the time. And I had to pass up those deals. But I'm patient and I'm aware that there's going to be future potential, you know? Because yes, Fusion's at $100. You know, Chilling Reign is at $100. Battle Styles is at $92. And for those people that remember, at one point Chilling Reign was in the 80s or low 80s. At some places you could find it for $75. So, and that's well below MSRP, or sorry, wholesale. Wholesale is $86. So, I mean, let's just go back, take a look at it, guys. You know, take a look at the 1 year chart. $80 on TCG Player, not secondhand sites. TCG Player. So. Thaddeus, what is up, my guy? Hey, glad you're back too. Thanks for being a part of the channel. How do you feel that the ever increased bad pull rate on English Pokemon in the larger sets? So if you want to talk about pull rates, my biggest concern that I have with it is that it's less having to do with if they decrease the pull rate. It has more to do with the oversaturation of certain cards and sets. For example, if I go and what's a perfect example? You know, let's do a... What is a perfect example? Because I want to be able to use a good one. We'll go with Hisuian. Okay, so I think this is a good example, right? So with this card, you can get a V Full Art, a V Star Regular, and a V Star Rainbow. Is that a good example? Maybe the Umbreon. I'm gonna go with Umbreon. I'm just gonna Umbreon V, and then V Max. All the other ones are gonna pop up, right? I find it, for myself personally, a little annoying that you can go from getting an Umbreon V to an Umbreon V Full Art and an Umbreon Alt Art. Same concept applies with the VMAX Regular and the VMAX Rainbow. I think they should just get rid of the Full Art altogether. And if they do have alternate arts for it, it should be one or the other, not both rainbow or alternate art. It just really like annoys me because it's such a terrible feeling. And I would totally be fine. I know people might disagree with me on this, but I would totally be fine if they decreased the odds and then just got rid of these kind of in-betweeners. Because it is such a terrible feeling when you finally get yourself a full art, or not a full art, but like a secret rare card, and then rather than it being an alternate art, it's just a regular full art. It makes it's such a bummer. And the difference in pricing too on it, so lackluster. So just increase the odds, man. Just increase the odds in that regard. Same concept applies with the rainbows. You know, I like rainbows. I think they're cool. But I just think that, hey, if you have one or the other, I don't think you need to overplay it by having a rainbow or an alt art. I think you can just go with one. Same kind of concept with golds. Maybe, you know, and some people could disagree with me on this, you know, because it is still cool to pull a gold, obvious, you know, rainbow. Or sorry, it's still cool to pull a rainbow Umbreon, but just make it simple. Just make the regular V, the regular V Max, and then alternate arts for either. No need to get more complex into that. And they're kind of going the opposite direction with that, obviously. I mean, let's just go to Lost Origin, obviously. It's the most recent set, for a perfect example, right? So if we go look at the cards, you've got a Giratina V-Star. You've got a Rainbow Giratina V-Star. So gold, rainbow, and then regular. That's just too much, man. That's just too much. Just give me one. Just give me one, especially too when you get all these other saturated full arts. I mean, guys, come on. If you're going through, right? And let's go to Evolving Skies, for example. And you go to Evolving Skies, and let's go with full arts are considered secret rares, correct? Or no? I don't think they are, if I'm correct. But I could be wrong. Yeah, they're not considered secret rares. They're considered ultra rares. So I just want to get rid of ultra rares, nonetheless, more or less. So if we just go to the main full art ultra rares, wow, a lot of these are considered ultra rares. So I just think that it would be so upsetting if you spend all this time trying to pull stuff, and maybe Evolving Skies is a bad example because there's a decent amount. But if I got like a Volcarona full art, which doesn't even have a cool, like it doesn't even have a VMAX, it doesn't even have a V-Star or an alternate art. If you got a Dracozolt, if you got a Golurk, if you got a Duraludon, if you got an Arcovich, you got a Trevenant, like the amount of times I've pulled these full arts has been so upsetting because the difference is literally between less than $1 to like $20 if you pull the best one. So the like disparity between the two is so upsetting. And then the same kind of concept applies with the alt arts, you know, and they've downed it. So they've definitely done a better job with bringing down the alt arts, but now you need to get rid of full arts because it's like, you know, if I got a Duraludon or a Golurk alt art, oh my god, Fusion Strike, perfect example. You know how frustrating it is in Fusion Strike to come in and you're super excited, right? Because, you know, sometimes you can kind of see a glimmer out of the corner. And you're super excited that you're going to get something good, and then all of a sudden it's a Greedent or it's a Sandaconda. And you're like, wow, that could have been an Espeon. That could have been a Gengar or a Mew. Just so upsetting. So upsetting. But yeah, that's just kind of my opinion on it. How about Shining Fates' outlook? I mean, Shining Fates I think will age well. I think it's going to be a good set. I've talked about it many times before. You can go to certain sites and find them for 50 bucks, 45 bucks. So it's at a really good price point, and I think it's got really good opportunity. Well, I messed up and bought the SD Charizard for $99 last week. Oh no, that's tough, dude. I'm sorry. Welcome to AC, by the way. I hope you're liking it. I'm loving it. Thanks for the warm welcomes. Yeah, if any of you guys that are local here want to give me the tour, I'd be more than happy. I'd be more than happy to get the tour from you guys. I also know alt arts are probably a good long-term pickup, but what about full arts or gold cards? Rainbows are overrated in my opinion. Well, you just got my opinion on it, CJ. FOMO is something real because shops here in Belgium do not get a lot of stock from reprints. Keep my eyes open for international markets to buy some. Yeah, that's the hard thing, Kevin, is, you know, when I talk about it from the perspective being in the United States, which is interesting to see because I get a lot of overseas, or out of country, I should say, followers. So obviously it's different for when you guys get reprints and so on, but I still feel like patience is a concept that applies. But yeah, if you've got issues with reprints in your area, that also has to be taken into account. Dude, where'd you get the shelf? Been looking for a nice display shelf for a while. I got it from IKEA. It's 250 bucks. I feel like I got a good price for it. Pretty easy to build too. When you open packs and see the gray borders, you were disappointed when it's only a full art and not an alternate art, right? Travis, gotta go, gang. Keep it real. Thank you, as always, Travis, for all you do. Have the UPCs already sold out, or have you not listed yours? They sold out in 2 minutes, Patriot. Sold out fast. Anyone else have Pokemon Burnout? I stopped opening at Brilliant Star. I mean, I've had it before in the past, but I'm not there yet, thankfully. Just started at Brilliant, and there's been no stopping me. Time to go buy a pallet from Costco. I actually saw someone post a video about that, and people were clowning him because he went and bought a pallet of Evolving Skies ETBs on Costco, and people were like, "Yo, you're buying that at 40 bucks? Like, it's not scalper's market." It's not that deep. But also, I mean, if he's looking at it from a long-term pickup perspective, I guess it could be a good deal. So, but yeah, no, that's it's interesting to say the least. It is interesting to see people do that. But I don't know, man. Time to go pick up a pallet. Yeah. Just packed alt art Machamp. Heck yeah, dude. Shout out to you on that one. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I've talked about this before. I'll say it again. I will be interested to see come new set release for Lost Origin what the price is going to be if we do care about alt artworks for Aerodactyl, because that's a gorgeous card. I will not shut up about how gorgeous that card is. So just saying, if there's an alt art card that's gonna pop up in value, that's my dark horse pickup. So looks like we finally got a Lost Origin list of products on it. Not a lot of card values being listed though. So, I mean, you've got Giratina Full Art, 230 bucks if you want it. One person's listed it at that price. Huh, you never know. If it's sold, it's sold. Have you seen the Arceus V-Star Premium Collection too? It looks nice. Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, it's nothing super fancy. We should have images for it. Here it is. Special about it that people are gonna hype it is it's got Cosmic Eclipse in it, guys. What? What? Excuse me? Yes, please. This is gonna be a demand box. So, yeah, I would not be surprised if this box did well. That Cosmic's gonna add some value to it, that's for sure. I pulled a Leafeon VMAX Altar from Costco ETBs. Heck yeah, baby. Shout out to you on that one, Jason. That's sick. Do you ever plan on selling Silver Tempest booster boxes? Oh yeah, big time, Babe Cakes. You know how I am. I always will. Dactyl is Sneasel vibes for me. In what regards? Did I do it, guys? Did I spell it right? It's not listed yet, though. But you guys know what it looks like. You guys know. I won't shut up about this card. Absolutely gorgeous. Love this card so much. It's such a gorgeous looking card. There's some, I didn't realize, there's some cool Aerodactyl cards. I actually like the Sandstorm one. I think it's really cool. I do like the Rising Rivals one as well. All in Phantoms. No, I'm not like the biggest Aerodactyl fan, but sometimes I see the pictures of it. It gets me there. I bought 6 more Arceus V-Boxes at $20 a piece after your video. Dude, if you're picking them up for 20 a piece, what? Yo, that's crazy. Patriot, where are you picking those up at 20 a piece? Send me a link. I gotta know these things. While the Charizard pickup was a bad call, I did pull the Altart Espeon VMAX and a booster box. Well, the Charizard pickup was a bad call. I did pull the Altart Espeon VMAX and build Valve box for 30. Let's go, dude. Psych. Yeah, where'd you get for 20 each, man? Oh, that's the question. People got questions. Because I would love to know that, good sir. That would be sick to know. Because I, you know, now that I liquidated a good portion of my back stock, I'm in the market. Kevin says, wait, Patriot first says, wait, hold on. Who do I want to go to first? I'll look away for 1 second. I'm wanting that Aerodactyl card so bad, yo. My first Aerodactyl was the pre-release from when I was a kid. Oh, that's sick, dude. Yeah, I'm excited. I want it so bad, too. Breaking bangers on Whatnot. Hey, pretty sweet. Have to check it out. I hear some people say they get good deals. Oh, by the way, Eli, I finally got the Pokemon Go booster from the giveaway. Had to pay customs like $25, but I'm sure you put that also... So far, sorry about that, Kevin. Yeah, man, I mean, that's what I basically said about my giveaways. I think I don't know if it's just something I could do with shipping overseas, because I just have had so many issues with overseas customs. You know, product being returned, opened, people paying custom fees, and it's like, it's supposed to be free packs. So it's like, it just feels like it's such a bad deal and it's upsetting. I'll just need a Pokemart USA in the UK and just have someone who's in the UK that can just go back and forth for me. Is it not amazing? Buy to get as many of the Costco bundles, and will the price do 40 to 45 in ES now? I mean, if you're getting the Costco bundles at 37, 38 bucks, that's an incredible deal. That's a great deal. That's Costco for you, though. I remember back in the day, I was buying old Sun and Moon bundles with evolution packs for like 20 a piece, and it came with like 5 or 6 packs, and I was like, yo, this is huge. It was a Deciduous. So I remember Deciduous. Id UI, literally how it sounds. Deciduous was one of them, of the cool boxes that they had. So it was this old GX premium box. Came with Evolutions, Guardians Rising, Steam Siege, Sun and Moon Base, and the Guard. I think we were picking these up at 20 a piece, something crazy cheap, like crazy 20, 25 a piece, and they were doing it in a bundle, like a 3-pack bundle. Also, they had that for the Sharpedo, the Mega Sharpedo. They have that exact box. This one right here, yeah, they also had a box of this too. This was sick to pick up. Crazy. Crazy to think how good of an opportunity it was when I was picking these bad boys up, and now how much they're selling for. Watching people take all the pallets to Costco is a bit much unless they're really going to open it all, but you know, they're going to... Exactly, Wolfie, I agree with you. That's why I say it's a good deal, but I'm not condoning scalping. Hello from Ireland. Hello, Daniel. Any signs of Evolving Skies booster box reprints? No, but if you listen to the earlier part of my video, I talked about how my speculation is we could potentially see some this winter. But obviously it's all talk. I'm just going off the historical, just common things historically. Belgium's Customs told me that they do not consider it as a gift even though it's a giveaway. The underlined mart in your name and kept on bashing on the fact that I bought it from a market. But you didn't buy it, Kevin. That's so dumb. Isn't that annoying? No, it was free. It was free. Underlined. So lame, dude. Can't do anything these days. Do you collect Japanese sets at all? VMAX Climax had a nice jump up, and EV Heroes is a great choice too. I currently do not, but also I've kind of done a backseat on collecting just because I've been so busy with the move. Now, if there is stuff that I have been collecting and opening, it's a little bit rich for some people's taste, but I've been going through, and I love to collect Diamond and Pearl sets. So, you know, go through, open Diamond and Pearl packs. You know, most recent pulls from Platinum, if you're a big Platinum fan, I pulled the Shaman Hollow, and then if you're a Stormfront fan, I pulled the Steel Empoleon. So, you know, I do love collecting that. I want to do a full master set of it. So I've got my nifty binder, and when I open the packs, I like to just throw in the regulars. Obviously, nothing on the holographic page because I want to do it from pulling. I don't want to do it from, I know, so expensive doing it that way rather than buying, but I want to be able to basically pull everything from the Diamond and Pearl base set, which honestly, I don't think it should be that hard. I mean, it's going to cost a good amount of money, but it's a small set. It's, what, 130 cards? So cards were so much smaller back in the day. But same thing goes with Great Encounters. Great Encounters, I think, is my closest one. That one I almost have fully complete. So, but... Hi, Eli. What's up, Red Leaf? New subscriber from the Netherlands. Hey, shout out to you. How do you feel about Hidden Fates with current price levels? Ooh, that's a great question, Red Leaf. And let's have that conversation. So, Hidden Fates, let's go to not price guide. Whoopsies. Let's go take a look at Hidden Fates, Hidden Fates, Hidden Fates, Hidden Fates. So, if we go to the Elite Trainer box, we can see that the price has gone sideways forever, dude. So opportunity for Hidden Fates ETBs is still there, man. I mean, I'm talking about, I know some places you can probably pick it up for 130, 140. You know, Hidden Fates, Elite Trainer box. Let's go take a look at it. You know, obviously 154, just buy now. Go sold items, 140. This most recent one. 150, 132 plus $10, so 140, 150, 150, 135. I honestly think if you can get it for 140 or cheaper, you're looking at a solid deal. People might think I'm crazy on that one, but I know that people think they're pricey, but people also have to understand at this point, this was going for over $300 before the reprint. And that was while it was in rotation. This is a high demand product. High demand. So the Hidden Fates Elite Trainer box has value, and I think that the fact that it's gone sideways for what, over a year now, you know, I think there's still value to purchasing it, but that's just me. Which binders do you use when you store your cards? I bought some Vault X's, but I heard mixed reviews. I just buy from my distributors page, just like the Ultra Premium here. I'll show you what the front looks like. Since it is Pokemon related, I gotta have the Pokemon one. But this is kind of it. And then on the side, I've got like the I've just got the tape that tells me what I have it sorted by. So like that one says Great Encounters. I don't know if it's kind of hard to see, but. And then obviously showing off the Great Encounters because I'm almost complete with this one. This is the Uncommons. And then if we go into the Commons page, I'm getting pretty full on it. But look at how short it is. It's only 100 cards. So realistically, it's only a couple of pages when you really think about it. But yeah, I use these binders. So the Ultra Premium Pro binders. I know some people have had questions on which one do I prefer. Do I prefer 3 or 4 slits? Because obviously, so this one's a 3 slit, as you can see, 3 row, 3 slit. I personally just have always liked that way. But maybe that's just because that's traditionally how I've done it, you know. But that's just me. Ain't no way, dude. That's pricey. LOL. Kind of thought you were gonna say watches when you said it would be expensive. No, yeah, no, dude. I wanna go through and relive my childhood and open packs, so it's expensive. Yeah, opening up, you know, $80 to $100 a pack. So ain't cheap. So, but ain't not cheap. Was everyone able to pick up? Was not able to myself, Jones, and as I think I think what we've seen so far is no one's gotten a full confirmation email afterwards. Do you go to card conventions? I have never been to one, but I do plan on going to one at some point within the next year. So especially as we grow as a brand, because we've got a lot of things we're going to continue to do as a channel. So like I said before, we're accepting bulk, so we're going to come into the competitive bulk space. We're going to be opening up an LGS. We're going to be rebranding the website, and we're going to adding a bunch of additional features. We're going to do a bunch of SEO marketing, and we're also going to push out and improve a lot of the content that we're producing here. So we're going to try within the next year or two aggressively expanding Pokemon USA as a brand, as well as just the local game store that I'm going to be partnering with. With that being said, that is going to then make it to where I can then do cool events, right? Do live Pokemon breaks at the LGS, go to cool Pokemon conventions and so on and so forth, because I'll be able to have that paid for by sponsorships and so on and so forth. So, because although I do get ad revenue, all of that money goes back into the giveaways. So I'm not realistically making money off of that. If anything, there's an argument to be made that I'm losing money, right? Especially because I didn't post content for 2 weeks because I was in the middle of a move. But yeah, so it's something that we're going to be aggressively expanding in that regard, and so events are something that are going to be fairly commonplace, and so I look forward to going to more events and doing more things like that, because there's a lot of innovative things I want to push into the space that I feel like a lot of people haven't done or aren't doing, and I really want to take advantage of that and kind of be the forefront in regards to certain aspects. You got to get a PSA Hidden Fates promo. I got 2 10s for keeping and 1 for buying. A yacht in the future for a Hidden Fates promo. I don't know if the promo is going to be worth that much, my guy, but that's still cool though. Same here. Can't believe I missed it. Just like Hidden Fates, seriously. But hey, man, even if you did miss it, like I said before, there's been no confirmation email that you got it. Can I make a tier list for Sword and Shield sets? Already did that. I actually did already make that in an older video. You can go back and look at that. It was my investment tier list. Or did it crash? Oh, I think I made it and then it was a crash video, so I couldn't do it. How do you make a physical store successful today? It has to be more than Pokemon, right? So there's a lot of things, Wolfie. And if you want my blunt, honest opinion, here's my blunt, honest opinion, specifically about just business owners in general. You have either one of two things. Either you have the business owner that knows the finances behind running a business, but doesn't understand the personability of running a business. Then you have your hobbyist that knows the specific hobby space that they're in, but doesn't know how to run a business. And that's what causes a lot of small businesses to fail. I can think of, in Bend specifically, high turnover rate for restaurants, because you have a lot of, foodies, or you have a lot of chefs, or you have a lot of, just connoisseurs of all things food come in, create a restaurant, and then it just sucks because they don't understand management, or they don't understand how to manage bankroll or payroll, and they don't understand the general expenses, especially with property being so expensive, and so on and so forth. And I can keep going. Or they just aren't up for the task because they just don't care enough, and they were half invested and they thought it was going to be easier, and yada yada yada. Like, I can keep going on with the points and reasons for it. But in regards to starting a successful business, you have to have that balance of understanding what it means to run a business and also loving what you're selling. Because if you come over here, right, and let's say you own and maybe this is a bad example, right, but let's say you own a gun store, but you avidly dislike guns, then what are you doing selling a gun store? You're not going to be a good salesman. You're not going to be able to be fully invested in what you do, versus if you're someone who is not a fan of Pokemon, and you run a certain, like, another great example, I know certain game shops, and it drives me nuts. I have never understood this. I know certain game stores that specifically are so cult-like that they will not sell certain product. I know that locally in store here, there's a guy that sells, it's the place is called Hoodies. It's located in Bend, and the guy is notoriously known for hating Pokemon cards. He sells some Pokemon cards, but not a ton, because he hates Pokemon cards. He thinks it's for kids. And I'm like, dude, you're in a store called Hoodies, and your branding is terrible because you're trying to push only sports cards, which, sure, you're able to expand through that market, but you're missing on so much external revenue. I've seen the same thing happen with Magic stores. I've seen the same thing happen with Pokemon stores. And a lot of those times, long term, either, you can be a successul businessman and miss out on a lot of opportunity, or you can be a bad businessman and then try and be so set in your ways and you don't expand. There's been comments that have been made about Magic people that are like, oh, you play Pokemon? When are you going to decide to play a real trading card game? Like, dude, stuff like that is just so isolating because people are so emotional and preset in their ways as a business. Like, for me, I've never played Magic, I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh, but I can tell you that it is something I would totally look into because I love trading card games, right? My background, for those people that want to know, I played Hearthstone. I never played on a national stage, but I played competitively for quite a bit. Would always hit Legend every season. Highest rank I finished was 12. And so competitively speaking, competitive games are my jam. I played in, local tournaments and regional tournaments when I was a kid. For Pokemon. So, like, competitive games are my jam. I love competitive card games, board games, stuff like that, all things. If it's fun, right? And so understanding that, but also understanding the business side is also extremely important because you have to have that finite balance between the two. So I feel like that's the most important thing about running a successful business. And so, yes, going into answer your question, the business is not going to be named Pokemon USA. That's obviously something that's going to be a separate entity of its own, not only for legal reasons, but also from a branding. Because if you go to a card shop called Pokemon USA, you don't necessarily first come to mind and think, oh, there's Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? So we've got other, names in mind for branding. I won't disclose that information right now, but it's going to be associated with Pokemon USA because that's going to be a certain aspect and entity that is going to be aligned with the specific storefront. So, and being self-aware of that kind of stuff is really important from a business perspective. And so for me, it really comes down to knowing your market. What's your geographic look like? What's the area in which you're opening up? What's the prices on real estate? Is it something where location matters more, or is it mattering of, do I just pay for a cheaper location, but also I'm going to be able to get more space per square foot, and I'm going to just do more advertising because once I get that loyal fan base, people are going to come to me. What are my competitive base looks like? There's so many factors you have to take into consideration And then obviously understanding finances, understanding what's, how hard is it to find good workers. There's so many factors that go into starting a business, specifically in LGS, because you have so much more capital you have to invest because you're looking at like a 3-year long-term lease. Just so many different things in that regard, right? So running a successful business, there's a lot of things I could tell you in regards to it. And I've already been ranting here for about 15 minutes about it, 10 minutes about it, but I think you can kind of get a general assumption of what I'm trying to say, of what it looks like to start a successful business. You have to constantly be innovative. Once you start getting to a point of growth, you have to be able to outsource, but having partners like what I'm doing right now with myself is going to help me a lot with that. Being ambitious, waking up and being hungry for more and wanting to continuously grow, and really loving what you do. Like even the things that you might hate, because there's certain aspects of that job you hate, but there's a point where you're going to automize it and you're going to have someone else do it for you, and then you're going to be able to focus on the parts that you love and you're good at, and I think that's something that you have to look at it kind of long term. Can't wait to visit your shop once you open locally. Hey, appreciate that. But yeah, no, Jones, it'll be in Oregon is where it's going to be open. So, but we will eventually expand to Gilbert at some point. That is part of a long-term vision that we have. Got the Forbidden Lights order through, but didn't get an order number. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I'm not sure if you make a video about this, but a video tip on how to identify if a set is worth pursuing on a market basis would be super helpful. What do you mean by pursuing on a market basis? Could you kind of go in for it on me, CJ? But the margins are so low. Yes and no, Wolfie. I mean, for example, I'll be 100% transparent with you guys on my margins on certain products, right? For example, I am buying booster boxes at $86 a pop, right? So if I am, for example, let's say Astral Radiance, $86 a pop, selling it for $100. There's no margins in there. You're not making money, right? So what is the best route for myself as a businessman to make money off of that? It is through breaks, because through breaks, I can make money off the bulk. And also it's cheaper to ship. So give you guys a discount and I make more money on bulk on the end run, so I can still walk away with 20% margins, right? Then there are those products that come up once a year. Your Evolving Skies products, your Ultra Premium collection, your specialty sets, where margins range anywhere between 100, 200, 300% margins. You get good money off of that. But you also have to understand too, Wolfie, so there's a battle of balance between margins for certain sets are good, certain sets are bad. That's why you have to be creative and think of what's the best opportunity, specifically as an LGS, to make good money, right? Because obviously if you're talking about online, it's a whole different ballgame, right? If you're online, you've got a whole database of online competitors. If you're local, you have a good amount of people that aren't a part of that online database and want to either just support local or just look at local competitors, whether it be big box retailers, Walmart, Target, or whether it be other LGS stores. So for example, I know some places, my local game store, that were charging $7 a Chilling Rain pack. And people were buying it because people didn't know any better. And this was during the time of scalping too. Now that's not going to fly. Prices have obviously started to come down. But the point I'm saying is that in regards to local space, there's a lot of people that are just coming in with their kid and they're like, hey, you got any Pokemon cards for my son and I to open? We'd really love to buy some. A couple of booster packs. And they're just there to buy it and go open it up with their kid. And also as well, they're there to support local, or let's say that they want to buy into your pre-releases, because let's say there's a pre-release that's coming up for a new set, like Lost Origin. They just had pre-release this last weekend in one of the local game stores back in Bend, and so people were going out and checking that. So there's a lot of ways in which there's still opportunity to make, and a lot of creative ways. I think the focus, without giving too much away, because I there's a lot of business ideas that I have, and I only have so much time, but I think you need to be more focused on competitive play. Because although there is a collectability aspect, and there's going to be money there when the collectible side comes. There's always going to be money there, 100%. But the competitive play aspect is where the real money is made. where the pre-built deck sales are, where the binder decks are sold, where the tournaments that are being hosted, where the pre-releases are, where the whatever that may be. Making it an experience, I think, is where your real money should be. And that's what a lot of people lose sight on, because a lot of the times you'll have LGS stores that aren't really in it, and they just come in, they get their allocated product, they're open 16 hours a week, 12 hours a week, 30 hours a week, not that long. They've got very thin hours, specifically in where I live, right? And, oh, we got new product, come in the store, I'm open for the next 4 hours selling the product if you put pre-orders on my Facebook. No sort of initiative, no sort of branding, no sort of nothing. And so I feel like there's a lot of that missed, and not to mention too, Pokemon margins are different from sports card margins. They're different from other things. And like I said before, and there's always opportunity to be made. You just got to be creative about it. I mean, I as a business was not expecting, like obviously I'm a people person, right? And I've done well for myself from the business, but I can't personally say that I realistically expected to be where I am within the past 2 years. And I'm blessed and I'm very thankful, and obviously my ambition has helped me. But also at the same exact time, there's a lot of things I've learned about the business from it, and I've continued to grow, but more importantly, I've continued to adapt. And that's what I think the most important thing is. You have to be creative in learning ways to make money. He got all the bids. You're right, Aiken. LO just did a search. I've been buying a set based on channels as it reminds me of my crypto buying days. I've been buying sets based on this channel as it reminds me. That's so funny, dude. Crypto buying days, eh? Crypto buying days indeed, man. I remember that. Gmart USA, maybe brainstorming time. Would your website begin selling other TCG products? Great question, Alex, and more than likely, yes. It will eventually. Pokemon USA will eventually start selling. And, that's where, I'm going to have my own branding issues that I'll have to kind of, it'll be hard to differentiate from that, but also at the same exact time, from a branding perspective, I'm not too worried about it, because the game store is going to be the main focus, because for specific other sets like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, because that is so much like tournament focused, right? Like there's so much of an emphasis on tournaments for that. And so for myself specifically, it just necessarily isn't something that I'm realistically too concerned about from a branding perspective. Because although I have access to those allocations and I'll be able to sell them, Pokemon's still going to be the main focus on the website. I'll just also have other product and then also be able to sell it through, eBay or through TCG and so on and so forth. So, with your website, it's a fluke. I could be wrong, but that's just kind of what it looks like. Who's your favorite Pokemon trainer waifu? Cynthia, easy question. Muck, everyone says. That's funny. Skyla, that's a Muck. Muck is my wife, dude. Freaking weirdo. Yeah, John Boy meant to say Opal, right? Yeah, John Boy, he seems to, seems like a granny hunter. That man, John Boy, I swear, dude, that guy is something. You should have heard what he was telling me the other day. He messaged me and asked me, if I had any sort of Opal cards, and then, also as well, he was specifically asking for Professor, what's the professor's name? The older professor. Oh, I can't believe it. Man, there goes that roast. Out the door. What a fail, man. What a missed opportunity. Are you excited that GX cards are coming back? I think it's pretty cool. You mean EX? I think it could be cool if they do it right. John Boy, hey, if she got the money. But, I'm excited. I think it's a good opportunity in the future. I am excited. I think there could be some good things to come with it. Slander, John Boy says. He's a kill hunter, right, dude? So funny. But hey guys, so I'm actually I'm gonna wrap up a couple minutes sooner. We've been going for about an hour and 45. So we're gonna finish and wrap up a little bit sooner. I have an appointment actually at 2 o'clock, so I'm probably gonna be running a little bit late on that. But we'll finish up here. As always, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you want to help out the channel, and then also enter into our weekly giveaways. And then don't forget another thing as well, we are accepting bulk now, and we offer the best prices anywhere you can find online, so we're super competitive with that. But yeah, I know a little impromptu 15-minute finish early up, but just got places to be, sadly. Got lots of places to be and things to do. So, but Johnny looks for Monk Mobile. Time flies. I know, right? Isn't it weird to think how long I've already been streaming for? So it's been good conversation though. I've enjoyed it. So hopefully we'll get a bigger turnout next time around. I think our highest we got to was 49. Usually the average is in the 50s, so a little bit slower this time around, but it's always nice to still see new faces and frequent people that come in. But hey, Evan Bailey, hey everyone, new sub here. Well, thank you as always, man. It's always great to listen. Hey, I appreciate you guys. SoundQuest, Pika Pika, thank you guys all so much. I do appreciate and love each and every one of you. Wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. But as far as it goes, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Until then, I will see